How were you inspired to help people eat better? I mean, what was the moment for you who said, nah, this is kind of what I want to do?
I got sick, and I wasn't like, my goal was not to be a chef. It was not to open up a restaurant. It was not to do any of this. I got sick, found out I had sarcoidosis right before I turned 30. And when I found out I had stage 4 sarcoidosis, they had to do a biopsy of my lung. And when they did the biopsy of my lung, they told me that you're at stage 4 sarcoidosis. That means you're supposed to be on steroids like 2-3 times a day. And then I was allergic to dairy at the same time. It was like the end of the world. I was like, are you kidding me? Like, my mama makes the best mac and cheese on the face of the earth.
And you're about 30 years old.
Literally, I was just rolling over. And all I was thinking about was when people take steroids, it bothers your kidneys, it bothers your lungs, it bothers so many things. You can't really think, I'm about to sit here and take steroids.
So you had to figure out a new way to eat.
Everything.
Something to help support your health.
Yeah. You know what happens when you get sick? Everybody Googles it. We go to WebMD. Like,
right, exactly. We're instantly wearing a white coat.
I'm
We're like,
okay,
now I got
I'm
the
gonna
answers.
figure this out. And everything was plant-based. So I knew I had to just drop everything cold turkey. Like, there was no, like, oh, well, wait, because I have munchkins. So my brain was like, I don't want to kill myself. I want to live. The Bible says you shall live and not die. I don't want to die. So I got to figure out what I got to do. So I started wanting to make everything that I would eat normally plant-based.
How did you convince other people to go along with you and that you weren't crazy? Because a lot of people still don't buy into eating vegan or plant-based.
I think that's why people mess with me, because I don't convince you. I just show you what I'm doing. Like, this is what I do. Initially, people asked me so many times, Q, how did you change your diet? How did you change your diet? How did you change your diet? I was like, I'm gonna create a website. It was a blog. Let's be perfectly honest. It was like, just create a blog. It wasn't a blog to make money. It was a blog to make people stop asking questions. I was like, I'm gonna tell this story and I'm gonna show you all the recipes I make so you don't have to think twice about it. So I put all the recipes on a blog. So Q, how'd you make this? Boink, here it is. I made mac and cheese. That's like the crowd favorite in our family, right? How do you make a vegan mac and cheese? I made a vegan mac and cheese. Literally, I fought. I was like I was like clawing, like, Lord, I'm not giving up a vegan mac and cheese recipe. This is mine.
Vegan cheese can be a little rough.
First off, like, I wanted to punch myself in the face. I'm like, I don't know how we're gonna do this. Is it gonna taste good? But when I figured it out, I didn't want to share it. And I was like, God don't give you all this information to not share it. So I was like, you have to tell people. Literally the day I pushed post the vegan mac and cheese, the next day I got a call from Veg Michigan saying they had a festival and the person who was supposed to be doing their vegan mac and cheese was backing out. And they needed me to do vegan mac and cheese.
You feel like you've got some spiritual intervention here.
All day. That's where it comes from. It's not me. I cannot take credit for this. So
you start telling people just what you're doing and sharing it with them. They start doing it, and then the idea becomes, I gotta get a place.
Yeah, because the idea was to make a blog. You make a blog for people to see the recipes, but then they're like, show me how to make the recipes. So you have to show them how to make the recipes because people learn differently. I'm a different learner. I tried to go to college several times. It's a waste of money, but I learned differently. So I wanted to show people how to make the food. People learn in a comfortable environment. They learn better at home or when they're in a space where it's intimate, not too many people. There's not 1,000 people that can fit in here because it's not about the money for me. It's about making sure that I connect with the person that wants to learn how to eat better. So I went to, the doctors would have me go to different conferences. They would have me, corporate people would have me come to corporations. Like, I would go to different businesses. I was in the Motor City Casino showing people how to make, oh, this is how you make a vegan breakfast sandwich. But I showed them how to do it, and then people were like, we want to go to a place. How do we get to your place? And I'm like, I don't have a place.
I don't have a place yet. So then here comes the Post-it note.
And I was like,
design.
Oh, this is what it is. And I was like, okay. But it's hard to tell people what this idea is on a Post-it note because there's nothing to compare it to. So people want to help you, but they don't really want to help you because you're a psycho investment. There is nothing I can compare you to. If I give you this money, I don't even know if I'm gonna make my money back.
So where do you get the funding?
I apply for everything that you can get. I Google, listen, I graduated from Google University. So I Google everything. So I looked for state funding. I looked for funding in the city. I went to Sue Mosey and the people over at Midtown Detroit, and they're my landlords. I emailed her probably every day for like 90 days. It might have been, it was months, I emailed. And it was just like, hey, you know I'm doing this around the city. Hey, I really love to be in Midtown. Hey, this would be great. People in the suburbs were like blasting me like, we will pay for your build out. Build it in the suburbs. But I was born and raised in Detroit. And this is not something that they would put in the city of Detroit. When I was little, they never brought me to a place like this.
No.
So I wanted to put it in the city of Detroit so I could bring people to see what you can be. You can do this in Detroit. The inner city kids, we created a nonprofit called the Eat to Live Foundation just to bring kids to learn how to eat better because there's no more home ec in schools. We leave our kids to YouTube. So everything has the same purpose. Our mission was to teach people how to eat to live by introducing more plant-based foods into everyday living. No matter what it is, no matter what avenue you come from, we just want you to learn how to eat better, no matter what your age is.
So you're in this space, you're on Woodward, you're a Motor City Match recipient too.
Psycho, yes. I literally talked to Sue Mosey. She said, she gave me direction. Go talk to, Ray Waters over at the Detroit Development Fund. I went and talked to them. They were like, this is great. Michigan doesn't have anything like this. Detroit doesn't have anything like this, and we should. Let's go. Then they were like, who else can you talk to? I applied for Motor City Match probably like 4 times before I got picked. I didn't care. All I know is, look, the Lord told me I was gonna have this whole building, and I'm just gonna keep on following.
And I gotta figure out some way to make it happen.
Somebody's gonna find this money because it's not me. It's not in my pocket. I don't know how we're gonna do this.
So I walk in this space and it's bright, it's happy. There's a different kind of vibe here. And when we walked in, you said, "Hey, family," and I've watched a bunch of stuff online from you, and you're like, "Hey, family." What is it about that greeting? What is it about the people that walk in the door here that is family to you?
It has to feel like home. Like for me, for us, our entire family, we are very close knit. It's family. Family helps family. Whether you screw up or not, whether you're eating bad or not, I'm supposed to help. That's what we were put here for. We were never put here to be individuals and just focus on ourselves. That's not what we're here for. So for me, that's how important family is. So when people came to this space, I wanted them to feel like they were at home, and I wanted them to feel like it was a part of family. So I'm like, hey, walk around like you own the place, because it's a family environment. Right? You got your napkins, nobody's eating off of paper plates, you got your bookshelf where there's cookbooks that people can come in and actually get the cookbooks off the shelf. They came from me, they came from one of my coworkers at my old job. His dad passed and he was into health and he was gonna throw all the cookbooks away. I was like, no, his legacy show, live on at the kitchen. Bring me
Put it on the shelf.
Put it on the shelf. Like everything is family here. So I wanted you to feel like you were at home. You learn better. You're way more comfortable. You act different when you're in a more comfortable family type of environment.
So can meat eaters coexist peacefully with the plant-based eaters?
Yeah, I think that's why people like me, because it's not what you get. When I first went vegan, it was like psycho. Like, you get vegans who are like, Peter, don't touch the fire, it's leather, right? And you're like, I just wanted to eat better. And then the meat eater's like, you're gonna die, you're not gonna get enough protein. And I'm just like, I'm in the middle, and I just want all of us to be happy together.
Yeah.
We can do this. And I get backlash from people all the time. You get some people who are like, oh, I was so disappointed that this was an all vegan restaurant. I was like, was I supposed to disown my kids because I went vegan? Because my son is not vegan, Saints.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be like, you can no longer be my son because you wanna eat meat.
There's gotta be a balance though.
You have to just show
exposure.
People. Yeah, it's like, let me just show you how you can eat better. My kids love veggies. They love fruits and veggies. They love them. The rule is easy, 70-30. When you look at your plate, is it 70% fruits and vegetables, 30% everything else? I'm not telling you can't have everything. I'm just saying, make sure you focus on what you eat. If you teach people like little morsels and it's basic, they remember it and they do it all the time.
So Q, where are you going from here? Because I'm sensing some kind of empire, and I'm not quite sure how it's all going
to unfold. I'm open to it. Listen, I am open to it. I'm excited. I think I really want this to be a household name. Like, I want people to hear the word Cooking with Q all over the world and know, you know what? This is a family member, and she is a regular person. She started just like I would start, from absolutely nothing. I didn't have $1 billion in the bank. Nobody gave me anything. I worked hard to get it. I tell people all the time, I'm like, the dream is free, but the hustle, that's sold separately. So you gotta hustle to get what you want going, and as long as you put in the work and the effort, you can get to it. Because this was a Post-it note. Like, we're sitting on Post-it notes.
I love it.
I love it.
I love it. So what are people saying when they come in? You're getting new customers, or what are they surprised? Like, what's their reaction?
They don't understand how this exists. Where is it? What did you do? How did you get this? Why are these colors? Because I always tell people it's my favorite things is kale and carrots. Like,
and that's what's on the
kale
wall.
And carrots. It's my favorite thing. Everything has a purpose. Like you said, I sat in each one of these seats on purpose. I sat in so many seats for hours to make sure if you sat in a seat here for a 2-hour class, it would be comfortable for you. I wanted you to be comfortable. I wanted you to be able to see from everybody. I wanted, if a person had a disability, that they could wheel their chair all the way through. Like, I wanted to make sure it was good for everybody. I wanted you to come in here with your laptop. There's a plug under every seat. There's a purse hook. So everything that you think of when you go to every place, like, I thought about it on purpose because I needed for you to have that experience. I needed to be like, I'm at home. At home, there's always plugs. There's always, you know, good stuff in the fridge.
And you can slouch and still be comfortable for 2
hours.
Yeah.
And it's clean, and somebody cares about your experience, because it's not for us, it's not about the money. Like, I'm not here because I want to be a billionaire. Like, I'm here because I want 1 billion people to learn how to eat better.
I love it. Thanks for having us. I love it.
It's good stuff.
Thank you.
I appreciate you.